9 secrets you can keep from your woman. Secrets you're allowed to keep from your woman. Yes, you heard that right. There are certain things you're completely justified in keeping to yourself, and for good reason. No matter how strong the temptation is to share everything with the woman you're dating, some details are best left unsaid. So let's dive right in. Welcome back. My name is Jessie, and this is my YouTube channel. Here are 9 such things you should consider keeping private. Number 1, the number of people you've had intimacy with. I've come across many guys who believe boasting about their past intimate experiences makes them seem dominant or attractive. Some do it purely out of youthful excitement. Some people secretly crave validation when they discuss their sex life among their friends. However, I firmly believe that your sex life is one of the most private aspects of your relationship and should never become a public topic of discussion. Moreover, if the woman you're with ever inquires, it's best to keep that information to yourself. Revealing the number never leads to anything positive. A small, self-sabotaging part of her may be curious, but knowing the truth won't necessarily make her feel any better. If the number is high, she might assume you're a player, even if that's not the case. On the other hand, if your experiences are limited, she may feel guilty about her own past or worry that you'll leave her for someone else. If she keeps pressing for an answer, calmly express that her insistence is making you uncomfortable and emphasize that the number is irrelevant because you're committed to her. The past should stay in the past, but regardless of previous partners, both of you should get tested for STDs to ensure a healthy relationship. Number 2, how amazing your ex was. Your ex is in the past for a reason, and honestly, comparison only robs you of happiness. You won't be able to truly appreciate the person you're with if you're constantly measuring them against your ex. Even if these thoughts stay in your mind, ask yourself, if your ex was really that amazing, why aren't you still together? It's time to let go and move forward. And if she asks about your ex, never mention how incredible the intimacy was, how much your family adored her, or how stunning her body was. She might be curious about these things, but giving her the answers would be unkind, even if you don't intend it that way. Number 3, family problems. Every family has its share of issues, but sometimes these challenges feel so overwhelming that we want to share them with our partner for sympathy. However, venting about your family problems, especially early in the relationship, usually does more harm than good. Moreover, unless your relationship is genuinely progressing to the next stage, discussing your family issues with her could expose your family to criticism and, at times, even mockery. While there is nothing inherently wrong with opening up about significant family matters, it's crucial to ensure that she is truly the right person and will stand by you no matter how unconventional or chaotic your family may be. Number 4, your finances. Revealing your income too soon in a relationship almost always results in one of 3 possible scenarios. First, it might influence her genuine feelings toward you, especially if she has a materialistic mindset and is simply looking for someone to exploit financially. In such a case, she might suddenly become more affectionate in an attempt to gain access to your money. Second, she will evaluate you based on your earnings, and if your income is significantly lower than hers, she might look down on you because of it. Even worse, if your income is much higher than hers, she could start viewing you as a financial resource. If she finds herself in need and you don't provide assistance despite having the means, she might perceive you as selfish and stingy. If there's no valid reason to disclose your earnings, it's often best to keep that information private. Number 5, you find her best friend attractive. Guys, whether it's an innocent crush or simply an observation that your girlfriend's best friend is stunning, keep it to yourself. Do not share this with your girlfriend. This could create tension between the two of you, and possibly even between her and her best friend. Attraction isn't something you can control, but you do have control over your actions and what you choose to say. Make your girlfriend feel valued and irreplaceable. Number 6, your weaknesses. Some individuals mention their weaknesses to seek sympathy, while others view it as an act of humility and nobility. However, it is not. There is a significant difference between being vulnerable and openly discussing your weaknesses. Being vulnerable involves actions like asking out a woman you're interested in, even with the risk of rejection. On the other hand, talking about your weaknesses would be admitting that you haven't asked anyone out in 5 years because you feel unworthy. While she might sympathize with you, she may also start questioning if something is wrong with you. As a general rule, avoid sharing your weaknesses with others, and more importantly, never reveal them. Some individuals derive pleasure from manipulating your emotions, and the worst types will exploit you. Number 7, negative self-deprecating thoughts. This doesn't mean your confidence can't falter or that you shouldn't share moments of self-doubt with your girlfriend. Having a supportive partner who helps you navigate tough times and boosts your self-esteem is a fundamental aspect of a relationship. However, if you feel inferior to her siblings or insecure around her male friends, resist the urge to voice it frequently. If you keep expressing these insecurities, she may start believing them too. If you're constantly telling her that you're not good enough for her, guess what? She might just take your word for it and seek someone who she believes is. Unless you truly feel the two of you aren't compatible, rise to the occasion and be the man you aspire to be. Number 8. You despise someone in her family or friend circle. If she's particularly close to that person, your best approach is to tolerate them with a smile and handle the situation maturely. Find a reason to be occupied whenever, for example, she wants to spend time with this individual and invites you to join. Naturally, this isn't something you can do constantly. However, the more you can maintain this approach and allow her to have her personal space, the smoother things will be for you. Additionally, she'll have the opportunity to enjoy quality time alone with this friend or family member, which is ultimately a good thing, right? Even better, take a moment to reflect on why this person irritates you. Is it something they do, or is it just an opinion you formed about them? If you can identify and resolve the source of this tension, it's worth making the effort. Since you plan on being with this person long term, that bothersome individual will likely remain in the picture. Addressing the issue sooner rather than later will save you unnecessary frustration in the future. Number 9, your life goals. Sharing your aspirations with her gives you a sense of fulfillment even before achieving them. As research suggests, this is exactly why sharing our goals with others makes us less likely to achieve them. When you discuss your plans before taking action, your brain gets tricked into believing you've already made progress. This gives you a dopamine rush without requiring any real effort. The more you talk about your goals, the less likely you are to follow through. Conversely, keeping your ambitions private drives you to work toward the actual reward. You'll feel more eager for her to witness the results, and the dopamine boost you receive from making progress will help sustain your motivation. Let's bring this video to a close. To sum up, if you have someone in your life whom you truly trust, such as your spouse or a committed partner, sharing certain personal details with them shouldn't be a problem. However, if they haven't reached that level of trust, it's best to remain silent. The key lesson here is to be mindful of the information you reveal about yourself. Keep general topics for acquaintances while reserving more personal matters for those who have genuinely earned your trust. Hopefully this video provided some value. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm Jessie. Catch you next time.